Hello, it's Bailey, and today I want to talk about some of my favorite books before I was on Booktube. I've been thinking about this a lot because I do think a lot of people rediscover their love of reading and come into Booktube fairly close together, but that's not the case for me. I've been reading a lot for a long time, so I did want to share some of my books that were my favorites before I started this channel, which I just started in September. So yeah, I thought this would maybe be interesting to people who want to know what my reading taste was like in the past. I have started reading a lot more since I started my channel, but I was definitely reading more than the average person before this, so I did want to share, like, since I've been tracking my reading, how many books I've read each year. So in 2013, I read 35 books. In 2014, I read 55 books. In 2015, which was my best year before 2020, so in 2015 I read 85 books. Then in 2016, which would have been the year that Chris and I moved out and moved in together, I read 18 books. In 2017, I read 20 books. In 2018, which was the year we got married, I read 24 books. And then in 2019, I read 34. And then 22, I got up to 106. So I grabbed some books from 2015 and on, just because I am doing my series rereading my favorite books. So you will be seeing my 2013 and 2014 fairly soon anyway, so these are all from 2015 onwards. So yeah, I'm just gonna get into it now. And I only pulled 5 books just to keep this fairly short, as kind of just a fun put it out there video. So for the one I grabbed for 2015, it was actually a reread for me that year. So I had read this in high school, and then I reread it again, and I actually reread this again in 2020, so it's definitely an all-time favorite for me, and it is the Unwind series by Neal Shusterman, which this actually has new covers now, so you might not recognize this cover, but I've had these for so long that I have the old ones. This is a series focused around the concept of like donating all your body parts. It's a YA, and we follow 3 main perspectives, and it's kind of the concept of like troublesome kids. Their parents sign an unwind order to basically have every part of their body be donated. And this is kind of about like a resistance to that. There is a lot of political intrigue in these, and yeah, I just really love the series. I think this is an underrated series by Neal Shusterman, so if you've liked any of his newer stuff, I definitely think you should check this series out. Then from 2017, I pulled Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. And this is just such a feel-good thing for me. This is a YA queer story, and it is just such a cute story of companionship and falling in love and becoming friends, and I love this so much. This is a little like hard-hitting, but this is a story that has stuck with me for so long, and I would love to be able to get to a reread of this year, knowing that by the time I get to my 2017 rereads is probably going to be pretty far from now. And yeah, I just hold this one like so dearly to me, and it makes me feel like mush. I love it. And from 2018, one of my favorite books that year, and one of the first thrillers I actually read, which was Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. And Karen Slaughter is known for writing pretty graphic, brutal thrillers, and this definitely delivers. If you have triggers, you should definitely look into them for this book, but I really think this is so good because it truly goes there. And yeah, if you are interested in thrillers at all, this is one I would so super recommend. It is a story that follows 3 sisters that have a pretty bad relationship like in adulthood, and at the beginning of this story, one of their husbands like gets assaulted and killed. But going from there, it really dives deep into some secrets in the family and some secrets with the husband that died and what he has been involved in his life, and it's so good. And then from 2019, because it is the most recent year before I started my channel, I did pick 2 from that year, and I picked Miracle Creek by Angie Kim, which is another thriller, but this is a little bit more of what feels like a courtroom thriller. And it revolves around a scientific experiment where kids with autism are being exposed to like high oxygen levels, I think it was, and something happens during this experiment, like a catastrophe happens, and it's figuring out who maybe caused that to happen. And this does go into a lot of talk about what it feels like to be a parent of someone with disabilities, and I think that there is good and bad representation here on purpose. And yeah, I thought this was a really good one as well. My favorite thriller of 2019 for sure. And then the last thing I wanted to mention as a favorite today is actually I grabbed 2 books because it's like a duology, but it is Beartown and then Us Against You, both by Frederick Bachman. And Beartown just really hits home for me. This is set in a hockey town, which I'm from Minnesota. So hockey is a big sport like where I grew up, so it felt very homey. It's a small hockey town, but at the center of this, it is about a young girl who is sexually assaulted by a peer who is seen as kind of like the town hero type character, and the hockey team really needs him and the town really needs the hockey team. And it's really just how she is treated through all of that and reactions to her. And I loved so many characters in this story, and I did think that the second book was just as good. I gave both of these 5 stars. So if you haven't read Beartown, I definitely would recommend it. I know Frederick Bachman, since Anxious People has came out, has been getting a lot of attention again, which I think is very well deserved. And yeah, this is definitely an all-time favorite of mine, and another one I would love to be able to reread very soon. So yeah, I thought this would be just kind of a fun little video, something quick to put out there today. I've been kind of not having the best week, so I wanted something simple to post today, but I also thought this would be beneficial to you guys to learn some of the books I've loved in the past. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below maybe what you've been doing for self-care. I might need some of that, but yeah, it was good to talk to you today, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!